want some night for fuel? There's an alternate universe out there where Venom is white, and think about how that movie ended. Just think about the last scene.
I feel like I should wash my hands now.
Discovery, throttle up.
Lift off and the clock has started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Potluck Focus. Focus. You're here with Darth Vader and Student Loans, the scariest final boss. And we're here to talk about Venom, the Last Dance.
We just saw the movie.
Yes, we just saw it.
It was definitely movie.
I think it's if we're gonna rank them, I've seen all three. I know you've only seen two, which I'm sorry, the one you saw was so ass,
Bro, nah, like I'm actually happy. You know why?
Why?
You know why? Because they were bad 0 for 1. I had absolutely no reason to believe that this movie would be good. So every good thing that happened, I was sitting like, yeah.
I think it's a solid B minus. Would you? What grade would you give it?
I'd say it's a solid B.
Solid B. Okay, you rated it higher than I did. Okay. Give your reasoning. Spoiler free reasoning. We'll get the second half. If you don't want no spoilers, get the fuck up out of here out of that. But you got 15 minutes with no spoilers.
Hold on. I'll give you this. When you not my bad. Wrong button. When you it's been a while. We hit that one. We hit that one. It's
spoiler time.
Let's go.
Yeah, but spoiler free review.
The spoiler free reason for why I had a good chuckle. There was
solid laughs.
And there was some parts of the movie that I was like, man, if I really gave a fuck, I would cry right here.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, a lot of heartfelt moments. You know,
but the heart's there.
It's hard to get real heartfelt when it's all coming from this voice.
I mean, I could have got heartfelt if the last movie wasn't one of the two movies I think of when I think of damn, I really paid for that. Well, actually, 3 movies, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's so off topic, but Avatar, I paid for that movie, not the blue people. Paid for that. So mad I paid for that.
That's your fault.
Didn't know.
Child
Alice got $20 to go to the movie theater, so his dad can get some cheeks. So,
hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? I was gonna go see a movie, and it was either that or some love story movie.
It's not that bad.
But I gave it a B minus because it was solid movie, but there was, I mean, if you want some exposition, oh boy, it's got it for you. First 10 minutes of that movie is just exposition, and it's like, I get it. For what they were doing, I understand why you have to do that for those certain story reasons, especially because if you're not a comic book person, there's a lot that they have to cover and make you understand and be like, yes, this is it. This is who this is. Be cool with it. Okay, good. All right. But and then, you know, there's a couple of characters I was like, God, the writing for you is just awful, or you're a bad actor. I don't know which one it is.
¿Por qué no los dos?
It felt like more so the bad actor part, and this isn't any of the main cast. This is one of the ensemble characters. But I guess technically she's main cast, kind of. I guess you would put her in the main cast, but she's more ensemble to me. But it was just like, why? Like, why are you here? You serve very little purpose to the story.
They definitely could have saved it. And I'll tell you how in the spoiler point.
Yeah, in the spoiler point.
You're not going to be ready for how they could have saved it.
But I think that, you know, it got into even just the B ranking, and, you know, got to not be on punishment. 79 was punishment in my household. Boy, you was give me that phone, or TV was just gone. Nothing was told. Just came home, no TV, no PlayStation, shit just gone. But, you know, I think that it hits on the heartstrings for those that have seen all 3 franchises, and it gives the moments and things that I didn't really think I wanted. And I was like, okay, I'm good with this. Is it relevant to the story itself that you're telling right now? No. But is it relative to the whole story as all three movies are told? Yes. And like it's nice when stories can touch base with characters in a way that isn't fan service, where it's like, okay, this is slightly relevant to the plot, but this gives me it's fan service done right, and not fan service. You know, not that kind of fan service. This is still a PG-13 movie. There are no titties in Venom confirmed. Spoiler if you thought the PG-13 movie was going to give you titties. I'm sorry. I guess I should have put that in the spoiler part.
Damn,
of the
bro, I can't believe
podcast.
you. I even gave them a sound to identify.
My bad. I'm sorry, but yeah, PG-13, no. But there was definitely some stuff where I was like, damn, y'all put that in the movie? Or, I'm like, the PG-13, you know, as we get further into stuff, what is considered PG-13 is getting more towards the rated R end.
It's just because the reason things are PG-13. It's not even, it's gone beyond the point where things are PG-13 because it's like, yeah, there's just a movie I wrote and the contents of it were required to be PG-13. It's like, yeah, so we making this movie. Obviously it's PG-13 because we want to make the big money. Yuck, 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 yuck.
Yeah, we want to be able to market this to everyone and make some pennies off of it. 100%.
When you do that with everything, including these topics and IP that lean toward the darker side, that's what happens. You start ending up with a hard push on what's a PG-13. But I mean, it happens from time to time. Like back in the 80s, PG was getting pushed. They was pushing PG.
Yeah,
that the P was there for a reason. They were like, nah, for real, parental guidance. So we didn't tell you to just come here to sit around.
Yeah, that was when they were still figuring out the rating systems. When it was like,
they had it right. They had it exactly right.
They're like, you know what?
There's a couple of moments because you need to know your kid. Like, nah, Timmy ain't ready for that one.
Timmy not ready for that. Timmy shouldn't be. Oh, see, that's what happens when debt comes around. Things just start falling apart on you. Nailed it. Hey, nailed that shit. Off camera, but it's for the PG rated because that was back in them days. Boy, there was some movies. I'm like, this PG. I'm like, y'all could make the argument for R. Like,
boy, it's because this is definitely a tough PG.
This is I mean, this is 100% PG-13, but I think now
PG-13, yeah.
PG-13, I mean, it just means you're gonna get you might get some blood and you're gonna get some swear words. But back
just a little touchy touch.
But back when we were kids, you were not getting blood in PG-13 movies.
No,
that just was not a thing.
That's not really what that was for. That's not really like when you were writing a PG-13 in the 2000s and like the early 2000s or whatever. What you're thinking in mind is like, all right, so you have teenagers in mind. So it's like, all right, so this movie might get a little bit spicy, but obviously not too spicy.
Right.
It's gonna be a little bit violent, but not too violent.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna cuss a little bit. You know we're gonna cuss a little bit.
Just a little
but
bit.
only a little bit.
Just you only get like 2.
Only enough to go.
It's like, ooh, he said shit.
We've been doing a little cussing. Ooh. It's like when you're a kid and like you're watching something like Spy Kids and like when Carmen said hell and it was like, oh, spicy.
When she was like shiitake mushrooms, I was like, oh, I'm gonna use that. You know, Madagascar sugar honey iced tea. You know, yeah.
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, but you know, it was enjoyable the whole way through.
Yeah, it was definitely an entertaining movie.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that big homie like always talks about, that I don't enjoy movies, and I do enjoy them, but I will also nitpick at them because nowadays, especially if you are
paying attention.
You know, it's if you got Sony money, you got Marvel money, you got Warner Bros, any of these big guy money, you should be able to make a cohesive something start to finish with no points where I'm like, I got to get myself back into the movie.
There are some mistakes you shouldn't be able to make.
Yeah, there are some mistakes that money should be able to fix.
Yeah, there's levels to everything.
Yeah.
It's like I tell people all the time. It's like, I know I'm not bullshitting. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time is garbage. I know that, but I enjoy it because it's at least entertaining because there's a difference.
Is it Killer Sofa?
Nah. No, The Killer Sofa is just goated. There's nothing bad about The Killer Sofa. The Killer Sofa is just a good movie. I wouldn't say it's garbage.
Go watch Killer Sofa.
We watched it on garbage on trash movie night because we thought it would be garbage because Killer Sofa just screams, "I'm gonna be trash," and we were all sitting there like, "Damn."
Go watch Killer Sofa if you're watching this podcast, and then drop a comment if you actually did watch it. Drop a red sofa in the comments if you actually went and watched.
Drop the sofa in the comments. Let us know how fire it was.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, and just make sure you like this video. don't get mad at the movie and take it out on us.
No one's gonna get mad at Killer Sofa.
I'm just saying, if you don't enjoy it,
don't listen.
Same
Cameraman,
thing for
hey, future me, me and you. Killer Sofa, fire, great movie. You're gonna have a great time.
Drop
the time of the year.
Put the Killer Sofa and just put a bunch of fire in the edit.
Don't worry about it. Resume. You can push out the zoom.
But I think that back to the point of you have enough money where you should be making certain mistakes, and I think that there's points in there, and I think. And this isn't to dog on any writers or anybody, because we all know that you come with a script and the studio gives you back something that's like covered in red ink and has notes and new character things.
They're gonna butcher your shit.
Or if you're Sam Raimi, they add a whole new villain to your third Spider-Man movie that you fought for the whole 3 movies not to have in your movie. That's why anyone that's like, that movie has too many villains, we know. Sam Raimi knew. He didn't want Venom in that movie.
More villains, more better.
He had a story, and it was going to be cohesive with just the 2. And then they were like, but hear me out. What if we set up the Sinister Six and we drop 3 of them in this movie? And he's like, but that's not the story I'm telling. He's like, well, hear me out.
What if it was?
What if it was? So, but that's, no. He's like, well, Sam, we're going to do this with or without you. So... And that's why there's no Sam Raimi Spider-Man 4. He pulled out. Didn't want to be associated with it. And that's also why we now have Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and inevitably ended up getting Venom because of Sam Raimi pulling out. Pull-out game strong. Led to 2 different franchises. I guess that would make it weak then? Weak pull-out game?
Move on.
Lost the plot there. Lost the plot.
Just get off that one, bro.
But Sam Raimi leaving the Spider-Man franchise ended up, as the butterfly effect that got us Venom down the road, because Sony was like, we have the rights to this character, and we kind of got a stepchild situation with Spider-Man, so push this out. Keep the rights in our belt.
Because I feel like for me, where the B rating for this movie comes, it's like the same problem that Monster Hunter has, except the parts where it's not bullshit before that, where the end of the movie, like the back half of the movie, we needed a little bit more time for that, and there was some stuff that happened before that we definitely didn't need.
Could have trimmed it up.
The one difference between that and Monster Hunter is the stuff we didn't need in this movie was at least still entertaining and good. It's not like it was bad.
Yeah.
But the movie will be better without it, because we would have more time for that other stuff. But, that's fine.
And I think people that don't like the Venom franchise forget that it is a buddy cop film, and they're all buddy cop films.
Yeah. Where
Eddie Brock is the straight man and Venom is the funny guy. And I think people forget that when they go into it. They're thinking, oh, this is a comic book movie, so it's going to be comic book. It's like, no, this is...
I mean, when was the last time a big, like, popular mainstream buddy cop movie came out that you can remember?
What's the one with Kevin Hart and the Ice Cube? Ride Along.
Ride Along 2 came out, like, 8 years ago.
What's the one with Kevin Hart and
you about to say an older movie because you talking about Central Intelligence?
No,
I was about to say that was older.
But I was gonna say an older movie with it's the one with Will Ferrell.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure that's an older movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's an older movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the last time we had really had a buddy cop movie in the mainstream was like the 2010s.
No, wasn't that the one with the Kevin Hart and Ice Cube? That wasn't 2010s. The Ride Along 2. Ride Longer.
Yeah, 2010s.
Damn, we old. Damn, I thought that was like 5 years ago. Damn, we old.
You're
Fuck.
right.
Fuck.
I mean, that's a whole decade. You know,
Don't say that. Don't say that out loud. Did I tell you what my ignorant ass sister said to me?
No.
She sent me a text. She even said, send me a text. Tell me you was born in the 1900s. I want the chunk her through the phone.
Because you were.
I'm like, yeah, but you ain't gotta say it like that. Fuck
It is
yourself.
what it is.
But what were we talking about for that?
Venom.
I know that, but like, what specifically?
Venom.
Oh, okay. Thanks. But yeah, I think
We on the same boat. Why are you asking me?
that's fair. It's a crazy boat we on. Crazy boat we on. But I think that the parts that, like you said, where although it could have been trimmed up and that time could have been spent differently, I think that it still works cohesively as for the
Finds
whole
his way
story.
back anyway.
Yeah, I get there, man. You know, we chase the dragon, but we get that tail.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Lo siento.
We'll cut that out. Let's go bleep that. It's just add like a
Who the fuck is we?
add like a singing dog effect there or
Who the
something.
fuck is we?
Future editor though. But yeah,
Man. But yeah, it's a buddy cop movie that we haven't the last time we saw a buddy cop.
there we go. Found
But
it.
buddy cop movies, it's not really a genre that's super prevalent right now. It's not something that's in the forefront of people's minds. So it's not something that when you see it for a lot of people, it's like, oh yeah, no, it's this genre. There should be this kind of vibe around it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing about tropes. The idea of a trope isn't necessarily bad because it's like these things should exist. So like saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a Western with no horses. It's like, bruh.
I mean, okay,
Brother.
Is it all just taking place in a town? Because you can do that.
It's not that
but,
you can't do it, but some people will do some shit like that.
Or like I
just
got a
for-
Western with
just
no
for
guns,
the sake
no
of doing
shooting,
it.
all knives. It's like
Just for the sake of innovation. And it's like, all right, it's not that you can't do that, but if you're gonna do some out of the box shit like that for no reason, it better be fire.
yeah, your
because
story
that-
gotta be heat.
because that is completely and entirely unnecessary.
Yeah, like Cowboys versus Aliens. Well, I mean, sorry, Cowboys and Aliens is actually the name of that movie. And
Doesn't matter.
yes, it does.
Mid and mid.
Yes, it does. It does matter.
Garbage and trash.
But that when you hear that title, it's like, okay, Cowboys and Aliens, I'm in. And then you go see it, it's like this is very little aliens and like mostly cowboy. And then Daniel Craig doing a semi-passable, Western accent. He got better in his later years because his Southern drawl got much better in his acting career, especially in Glass Onion. Spoiler time.
Spoiler time.
Leave now if you don't want spoilers, but come back for the next episode. We love you. Thanks, fans.
I will give you a moment to exit.
Sorry, it might be proprietary. Can't do that.
All right, now it is time for the spoiler section. Spoil them.
All right, so the doctor lady, who I don't remember her name because she was that unforgettable. Her whole character, it felt like they told her she was playing two people, and it was like, we want you to kind of portray a Dr. Connors-esque character, but you remember how Jesse Eisenberg played, the
I think we're about
Lex
to get
Luthor?
I think we're about to get on the same train, but keep going.
she was like, yeah, do that. Water it down a little bit, but like do that. Do Jesse Eisenberg but just a little bit less. And it's just like, you could have not had her and the movie be fine. And I get why she was in there to show the dichotomy of, all life is special, but some people lose the plot with that. And she's kind of supposed to be that foil to Ejiofor's character. Yeah. I can't say his first name. I don't want to fuck it up. His name. I'm sorry.
You talking about General Bro?
Yeah, the General Bro. The token black guy for the movie.
That was
A black
another
woman.
black guy, I think.
There was two black women in that movie, one black guy. And one of the black women was the only one that Eddie killed.
I know about her.
The only person
I
he
know
ever
about
killed was the black woman he shot at point blank range underwater.
What was he supposed to do? Just die?
No, but like, I'm like,
Why you
damn,
say it
movie.
like that?
We go through 3 movies. Eddie catches no bodies. His hands are technically clean. First one he gets, random black woman that was just doing her job. Venom couldn't got that body.
You know what that is, right?
What?
You know what that is, right? It's the man.
Man, I was
Putting
keeping this
everybody
down.
down.
I was keeping this down, man.
But they could have saved it though, changing nothing about what she is, does, and even the way the performance is done. Because the way they could have saved it is by the way they make her look. Because if it's one thing I've learned by following the career of the great Tommy Wiseau, is that if you write the character weird enough, you can make anything work.
So you're saying go the other way, make her weirder, lead more into it.
Like I feel like the character they were trying to portray with her is that she was supposed to be traumatized by watching her brother get murdered to death by lightning and shit. Which, fine, whatever. I feel like she was a little too put together from the moment she put on her lab coat, and she ain't take that off for the rest of the movie. So the lab coat powers were too powerful. She was too put together.
And
I
maybe
feel like we got a little mad doctor in there.
I feel like
would have been better, a little bit better.
I think you're right, and I think there was a scene with her that must have been cut where there was something that with the lab coat on is supposed to have been like that's her armor or something, and that she feels
like on the way. Like we should have seen something
on the way where
she put the coat on and it was like she was putting on her game face,
right?
Because
like
she was locked in the whole time.
Didn't even have to say nothing. Like we just could have had him on when she put the lab coat on and like her shoulders straightened up. She stands taller and like
because she doesn't.
You know what I mean?
Because the part where she was asking about the samples, she doesn't seem like somebody that is actually that heartless with people.
No.
Considering this death has had her in a chokehold, so
right,
she doesn't seem that way.
She never seemed heartless, and I think that was the kind of thing that messed up with me, where they gave her heartless moments, but also gave her a lot of heart. Where it's like, where is this character? And like, so you're not telling me enough to tell me that it's supposed to be confusing.
So if we seen just a moment of her like locking in, it's like, nah, this is a different time. Like we here now. Because when she got in the base, it was just more like, yep, we at work now.
And which is, I mean, it is its own commentary of like when you go to work, you leave your baggage at the door type shit. That's definitely its own commentary on that, and maybe that's what they were going for. But I still feel like there should have been more of a show that. That's what I'm saying. There should have been more of a show, and it doesn't have to be a big.
We shouldn't have this confusion because we saw the same shit.
You know what I mean? Just straighten up, put the jacket on, and when the jacket comes on, it doesn't matter if she got one arm or 5 arms. Like I am that bitch. I'm the top one.
Then
this
the
is
moment
my
where
lab.
she hit the but. So did you get the samples? We'd have been like, damn. So she that locked in, because instead it came off like, "Damn, bitch, really?"
Yeah,
no, like that. Like literally, everybody in the theater was like, "Really, bitch?" Like you can see it on everybody's like on the faces. You can see it on the back of people's heads. It's like the fuck. Like, what you mean? Did he get the samples? You get the samples, bitch?
And not even just a sample. It's just like because he was like, "These you didn't tell me these be out here." So, well, did you get a sample? It's just like, bro.
Ain't
like
no way.
That wasn't even their mission, and you talking about, well, did you do something extra?
It's like, ain't no way you really want me to do this.
Ain't no way. And the other part where I think we're both thinking with the time saving stuff is the thing with Mrs. Cho.
Yeah, that didn't have to be there.
It didn't have to be there, but
it was cool. But it was
cool.
Only there. The only reason it's there is because this is the last movie.
Yes,
and that time would have 100% gone to something more important. And we probably still get the fight scene, but the whole Mrs. Cho thing probably doesn't happen. And
the fight scene went on too long, I think, too. I think for the fight scene went on too... I knocked my water bottle. That was me. For a fight to, like, feel... You know what I mean? For you to really be in it, it should be either ongoing action or the lull in action should be building up, like, tension. And I feel like... because the fight itself felt like it was in 3 acts, where there was like monster 1, two monsters. Really, it was like 4 acts, and they had like the group of monsters, and then the final act of them like killing them all. It's like
so you feel like at least like because they even could have kept the Mr. Cho thing, but they probably instead of really because I guess they tried to do it because we were focusing on the dance number, which was lit. They was boogieing.
They was boogieing. I was dancing with him. It was good.
And then they showed dude locking in, and we saw after the first time that he just be boom on him, and he was boom on him. So I guess you would have preferred maybe a section where maybe a little more of Eddie being like, nah, bro, like for real, this thing coming. And then like they should have used Mrs. Cho more because they didn't really use her in the fight at all. After the fight started, even if they wanted to do it the same way they did where the fight just happens, they should have used her more because she was pretty much just immediately safe after the fight started.
They easily could have had, because we already know in the other movies where Venom she's a temporary compatible. She's not permanent. He'll kill her if he stays in there for too long, but she can hold him. Could have easily had, when they hit her with the sonic gun, could have had Venom go into her to hide, not Hulk out and bring the thing down. And that could have been the whole, and you could have easily done that. And then just bring her back. But I think either trimming that up, or instead of doing the waves of monsters, you go all out with all of them, or you do one and then you bring everybody. But the waves and then watching I think it would have been more visceral. Yeah. If we also had more connection with the other symbiotes too, because we only spend time with two.
We didn't really get a lot of time with any of them, and even the green bro that we spend time with, we have 2 conversations with bro. We have more attachment to the fact that he is connected to a character we've seen before than anything.
Yes.
If he had been attached to some other person,
wouldn't care about him at all.
A lot of that impact is lost right there. So he gets a boost from being connected to a character that should be dead.
Yeah.
And not I've said that, whatever, doesn't matter. I was thinking, like, shouldn't he be a key or whatever? But I guess not. I guess not.
Damn, he should be a key.
Because that's why I thought.
No. He didn't actually die. They said he died. He didn't die.
It was just Cap?
It was just Cap. He didn't die. Because it's at the end of Let There Be Connors, the end credit scene is like him, like, getting out the rubble, and then his eyes do the Venom shit.
Damn, my memory hold the shit out of that movie, bro.
I mean, it's... There are 3 good parts in that movie, and the rest of it is like, this could have been a comic book or like just a mini web episode or something. Like there's a lot, but I think that the problem with Venom is the problem with all of these Spider-Man villains sans Spider-Man, because you don't get all of the extra cool stuff with Venom. Like there's never been Venom web slinging because he hasn't had Spider-Man, so he doesn't know how to make the web fluid. They kind of got around that with like the tendrils, but most of the time when Venom's doing stuff, he's just running. And it was cool seeing him, like, okay, he gave Eddie a fishtail where he turned into a mermaid for a little bit. That was cool. That was pretty cool. And seeing him do like all the different animals and shit, I'm like, okay, this is cool seeing Venom do this, but it's hard to to do all these, and Venom is so tied to Spider-Man. It's so integral. Like you can do Craven,
like out of all the
Morbius.
Villains, I mean, it's like how people felt about Joker before that movie came out, when they heard that it wasn't really going to be a Batman thing, because out of all the villains because every villain has a rogues gallery, but there's always the one that's like, yeah, if you had to pick one villain out of the group and say, no, that's their guy, them versus them, that's your selling point. Every villain has that one goon.
It's Batman and Joker.
Yeah. Then you have, like for Spider-Man, it may not necessarily be Venom, but people do think of it that way.
It's with Spider-Man, it's Venom, it's Spider-Man and Venom, and Spider-man and Goblin. If there was a solo Goblin movie, it would do nothing. It would do nothing. Nobody would go Spider-Man see it.
Yeah. And that's why I think, like, you're right. Like other villains, like the other villains in the Rogues Gallery, you can definitely have a villain, like a movie without their hero, because it's just a movie about them winning, a movie about them being cool, making them a threat. Because when the main villain, you don't have to do that with them. Everybody already respects them.
Yeah.
But with the side characters, they don't always get their respect. So you make a movie with them dubbing up and actually causing all types of havoc, put them on the map a little bit, you just made the next movie that much easier.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate and fortunate, I think, that we didn't get Spider-Man in those movies, because I think the Spider-Man we would have got wouldn't have been as good as the Spider-Man we think we would have got if they had put him in that universe, because there isn't a lot of space for Spider-Man in that universe. and not in the universe that they established, and not in the semi-connected universe that as it exists. Because we were talking about in the theater, the way they kind of set up the Venom universe is that Venom's the first like super thing to happen in that universe, really.
Yeah.
Like it may be connected with Morbius, but that's a one-off. And then like
they was like trying to see some aliens. They was tweaking out on.
They was tweaking out, and like in the Marvel universe, like it's like, bro, we see aliens.
They're beyond tweaking out on that.
That's normal. We know about Thor. You know, we're cool with like talking trees now. We have a whole civilization from space that has suck refuge on our. You know,
one of which is power scaling.
Yeah,
there's lots of issues.
Yeah, that's so, and there's no real space to even have Spider-Man in that universe too, because it would immediately scale everything up, and then it would inevitably have to scale Venom down. And we never would have gotten. I don't think we would have got a trilogy of those movies. It would have been.
It would be something that if, like hypothetically speaking, like say they did a Venom 4 in the future, it would have to be after they've introduced Spider-Man or some shit like that, because then they could be running parallel, and while he don't have to be there, you know what's up, like the what's going on has been established, the level of power has been established,
which I think is what they're kind of trying to set up with leaving that little bit of Venom in the Marvel universe, is that at some point we're going to get the Spider-Man in Black series, and I'm assuming it's going to happen either before Secret Wars or during Secret Wars. But I wonder if they're gonna have Tom Hardy come back to do the voice, or if it's gonna sound like a warped out version of Tom Holland's voice. I wonder how much they're gonna keep from this universe, if they're ever gonna bring Eddie Brock over, or if they're just gonna go straight to Flash Thompson having the symbiote and then try to go anti-Venom. There's so many,
probably that second thing.
But that you gotta handle this Null situation they just set up, because you can't do anti-Venom without doing Null, that he's the reason anti-Venom comes into existence. And so like you have to at some point, if that's not just a hey guys, cool, but our franchise is over, so this may never ever come to existence again, which I don't see Marvel letting happen.
The Mexican at the end.
The Mexican dude at the end?
The Mexican dude at the end. He's gonna be the next key. He's the one.
Was he gonna?
Because
I'm trying to think who he could even be.
Who he is?
He's just a carrier.
Not. Who he is matters not, because he was there doing all that bullshit after they bombed it out, and he should be fucking dead. He
should definitely be fucking dead.
And he ain't dead.
He's definitely got some symbiote.
And they said the key is only a thing when bro pops out. When he's in full, you dig. And he just ran away with his regular legs.
That's true.
One day, he gonna be chilling, think about that traumatic week he had, that time he got kidnapped, and then boom!
Hold on. Pause. So in the movie, they established if you bonded as a perfect bond and you die, you make a thing. There should have been like 7 of them things, because all of them were fucking bonded. Maybe they all weren't.
Maybe they weren't.
Maybe they all weren't. We know for a fact the black girl, she was perfectly bonded with hers.
She didn't die.
She did die.
No, she didn't. That's the one that
she did die. You're right.
That's why she activated her trauma powers to save her.
You're right.
And that was the only one that Venom was like, nah, G.
But Mulligan definitely should have. They should have 100% had one after they killed him.
Hey, like I said, that's what I was saying before.
Well, I guess not a bad fact, not a plot hole, because the monster thing shredded that symbiote, so the fucking sigil would have been gone anyways.
Yep.
That was the problem with having just a killing machine and just rampage, because it like really could have been like, hold on, stab this guy, let the symbiote bring him back, boom, take this one. We only need one key. He should have. I guess Mo couldn't pull up, but bring something with a better brain or something next time. But
hey, kids said nothing too soft.
Yeah, no,
if that thing couldn't regenerate, it would have been G's. It would have been L City, because it died twice.
It died like 3 times. Like,
well, I'm talking like even before Venom,
twice.
even before like the symbiote the symbiotes jumped it. Like it got clapped by a plane.
That's true. Got clapped by a plane. Then when it regenerated, got clapped by a car. And then we gotta talk about the bullshit that I've been waiting to fucking talk about. How they keep adding all these other characters from other Spider-Man franchises as random recast, and then don't want me to be like, so is this multiverse shit? And then, but within the same movie, reference the multiverse again. So like, what are y'all doing, Sony? And then you're gonna end the franchise, having just have Dr. Connors and you got bro from Doctor Strange in there, two different people that have been in two different Spider-Man and Doctor Strange Marvel franchises, and you just got them in there, and it's just like, well, we got them, and this is the last movie in here, but maybe it's not. Maybe we're full of shit. Maybe the next one is going to bring back Eddie Brock and Venom, and it's going to beat up with Spider-Man. Who knows? And it's just like, why? Out of all the actors y'all could cast, there has to be a reason behind it.
I told you what the reason was.
It's not just that they're good actors. As much as I like Ejiofor and the other dude, which he was a
You should
pretty
have saw
good
the other guys, bro. You should have saw the other guys.
Out of all the people, there's a reason that they cast them, and it has to be some multiverse shenanigans, some multiverse shenaniganery, and I wanted to talk about the portals because they look like Doctor Strange portals without all of the eldritch like rooms.
Doctor Strange at home.
It looked like Doctor Strange portals are the more refined version of that magic, is what it seems like. In that magic is just like old ancient, just like this magic.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange is like, no, we had to figure out the symbols, and that's why it has like the glittery tearing edges, and that one looked like it was just like a cloud opening up.
It might be something, but I honestly think that's just like, look, guys, we are not out here about to be spending all day and time. This is about to happen a couple times. What are you talking about? Wait, no, you talking about the portal? The things came through?
Yeah, portal things came through.
Never mind. I thought you were talking about the portal.
No, the portal things came through because it was they had like the cloud edges, but like it did open up like the circles.
Never mind. That might be a thing.
It just closed up like them too.
That might be a thing.
What portals you talking about?
I thought you were talking about the portal that Eddie came from in the beginning. I thought you were talking about
no. That was a Doctor Strange portal.
I'm like, what you want? I thought, it might look like a Doctor Strange portal at home, but they did it once, and that's not what the movie about.
That was a Doctor Strange portal. They may have not gave him the full effects budget, but that was a Doctor Strange portal though.
Leave him alone.
100% a Doctor Strange
It was
portal.
like it probably is similar, but there's only so many ways you could like a circle portal is gonna come and go out of existence.
Yeah, no, fair.
It's like what the fuck you want him to do?
No, but
circle.
But again, it's none of it's a coincidence. You know what I mean?
You want him to like bullet hole the portal? Bang, bang, bang. It's like
they punched the reality.
What do you want, man?
Yeah.
Like, there's only so many ways.
Adding that to shuffle. That's gonna be in the show. So yeah, I figured out these magical pistols and shoot holes in reality, and I can teleport.
Got anything else? What is your favorite part of the movie and your least favorite part of the movie, and give it a score out of 35.
Ooh, favorite part of the movie. I gotta say I had a few favorite parts. The horse scene is heat. When Venom turns into the horse, when he's walking up, it's like, shh, horsey. Surprise, horsey. That shit got me, dude. That was some good shit.
You did like audibly laugh aloud.
I laughed out loud. That shit was funny.
That was the loudest laugh.
And the part where Ejiofor looked at her, she was talking about, you get a sample? Because there was a number on all the audience got it, but because we're black and the two other black characters in the movie reacted the same way, I know he was like, bitch, you sent me out here for one damn thing. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you say that? I lost people. You were asking about some damn sample. I'd have smacked the shit out you. But he just clicked her off. But that's what he wanted to say.
Well, yeah, she was higher up than him at the time in terms of that.
And like
operation.
The way that Mulligan's symbiote looked, I thought that was really cool because I like that it was much more fluid.
Yeah, it was different. It was very different.
And it seemed so. What I kind of thought of was like that would be if it wasn't completely perfect symbiosis where it's more, when they are together, it's more fluid.
Maybe, but also I think they were just like making them different because a lot of them, because there was like that one fire bro.
The fire bro, I'm like,
It was a damn shame what happened to him. I was
Yeah,
like, damn,
bro.
he cool.
I was like, nah, not the fire bro.
I mean, the budget. The poor VFX artist, bro. Think of the VFX artist.
It's like, whoa. What do you mean you didn't kill him off to the final scene? Nah, bro, gotta go early.
He was like, you mean immediately is when we killed him. Immediately.
That was $100,000 a second.
Then you trauma power.
Trauma power.
That-
That was one of my least favorite parts.
And
Was
even
was her.
And maybe, and I think this is more of just the way it looks. Christmas's power, it looked like more vine like
Yeah.
than a lot of other people's.
Look more like Vine, like, yeah.
But I think
and then
that
there was the
was
one
more
that
of the
was just
color
buff.
palette.
Yeah, I like the one that was just buff.
Yeah, like I think that was just like
Just big and had didn't shape shift, just big and had hands.
he did a little because they showed a frame of him. He had like a rock. He had like a rock thing.
He had like a
rock
shield,
guy. Yeah,
like the rock
He was a
shield
rocky
thing.
guy.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think they were like they
was mostly hands.
because like they made because like even like they were like we're making Venom the amalgamate, like the identification, the personification of sticky goo. No.
Stop it.
Just no.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There was one scene I was like, "There's somebody gonna make a video about this." And it was when old girl had the Tempest coming after. I was like, "Someone gonna make a video.
I
Somebody
didn't even think about
somebody in the theater getting their rocks off right now." Some fucking weirdo.
If you want some night for fuel, there's an alternate universe out there where Venom is white, and think about how that movie ended. Just think about the last scene.
I feel like I should wash my hands now. This is why Anti-Venom could never show up in that franchise. I don't got shit.
My favorite part of the movie is when the alien dad came back with the rocket launcher.
Yeah, no, that was heat. And then he was, I'm sorry. He got the fuck up out of there.
And you won't believe what my least favorite part of the movie is. You won't believe it, bro. You won't believe it. You won't believe it.
The gambling scene.
Considering I did forget about that. and now I'm a little upset again.
Talking about time wasters, could have cut
That
that.
is a close second.
Then I'm going through all the stages of addiction, could have cut
And the
that.
crazy thing is, it's not like they needed to get rid of the money. It was like $20.
It wasn't helping them. They already established it wasn't
he said
helping
it wasn't
them.
gonna help, but I think they wanted to. They were trying to draw some tension between him and Venom because up to that point, Venom had been fucking up, and it was continuing to do so. And that whole scene was just. I mean, he wasn't fucking up like every time, but he'd been fucking up in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like, every time, bro, Eddie was like, "Nah, bro, like we shouldn't do that." He was like, "No, fuck it, we doing it," and it wasn't ever a good idea.
Yeah, but Dick took out the security guard that wasn't gonna let him in and got him clothes and got revenge pissing on his feet.
Like, I'm not saying every decision he made was bad, but he made some pretty, and getting thrown off a plane was rough. I know we lived, I know it worked out, but you throw me off a plane, I am gonna be mad at you for a while.
Facts, but if you stick me to the outside of the plane as I'll be mad. I don't think I'll be mad before then.
Yeah, I mean,
I was already mad.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna be mad regardless.
So he was already pretty high.
fair play to you.
But my least favorite scene is the memory scene, and you know why? You know why I hate the memory scene? Because it doesn't have the best memory of all in them.
It has nothing from Let There Be Carnage.
Exactly.
There's nothing in those memory scenes.
From the movie wasn't in there.
They were like, there's Venom and then there's Last Dance. That's all you get in flashbacks from.
I can't believe they had the audacity to show me scene after scene from all these movies, and they didn't show one scene from the Red Wedding.
That's actually my least favorite scene as well, actually, because they they had an homage to the first movie, to the first time that Eddie and Venom suited up where they were doing the motorcycle chase. And they had an homage to it in The Last Dance, within the movie, without having to do a flashback reference to it. And I'm like, all this stuff you could have had from the first movie and to not include in that montage because you already referenced it and it's already a nod. You don't have to nod to it twice. It's like when a kid shows you a toy and then he comes back, did I show you this? It's like, yes, kid, you fucking showed me.
So what you're saying is, in that little montage there, they could have moved all the clips they use up one, and right there, smack dab in the middle, they could have just had a little thing of carnage in there with the close up, so we can all remember the most S tier moment in all of the. We went through that whole thing. I was like, God damn, I can't believe they didn't show me that. And I was like, you know what? That's why that movie. It was sitting on an A- at that point. It was sitting on a firm A-. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna have to bring it down to a B now.
I'm gonna have to look up to see if there actually is a fire-based symbiote because that goes like directly in the face of the symbiote lore. Is sound and fire is bad to them.
Not me, baby.
And he's like, nah, I am fire, bitch.
Not anymore. That's why they got rid of him.
That's why they got rid of him.
The dude that I was working on, he was like, hey, this is the last time. He's like, you know, it'd be really fucking cool. He's like, what? So I was working on this fire skin for Venom. You think I could sneak it in the movie? He was like, yeah, there's that one that we're going to murk like immediately. You might have to make it him. He's like, that's cool. But make sure before that, we're going to put him like center screen. We're going to make sure people see him, but it's not about him. You're going to see him though.
Like, you want something really cool? Yeah, it's going to be gone really quick too though. The way the thing was munching them up, I don't like that it made that. that made my body go every time.
But no, I was bullshitting. My actual least favorite thing about the movie is the fact that trauma doctor girl, her dead brother needed 2 shirts. I thought about that for a not insignificant part of the movie. It bugged me way more than it should have. So in the movie, the doctor, like the trauma doctor who gets lightning speed powers at the end, she has a twin brother. They were sitting on the beach having a good day, and then it started to rain. They didn't check the weather. They were trying to run in. She got struck by lightning, but because of all her metal jewelry, the lightning went to her brother. He dead now.
Oh, is that what they were trying to say?
That was it.
Okay, because I was like,
she feels guilty.
I was like, I don't know enough about electricity. I thought it should have just passed through both of them. But
so, like she was wearing a NASA shirt or a Roswell shirt because he wanted to work there, and she wore that Roswell shirt throughout the whole movie. It was under her lab coat. In a picture, you see him wearing the Roswell shirt. So in case you missed it the first time, it's like, yeah, this is his shirt. He should have had a second shirt in that movie because he got struck by lightning in that shirt and he died in that shirt. So like she shouldn't be wearing that shirt. He should have had a second shirt and we should have saw the Roswell shirt in the photo. That should have been the first time we saw him in the shirt and we go, oh damn, that's her brother's shirt. And we know how close they were and that this is like her doing the thing that the GI guy was talking about. It was like living your brother's dream. Weird line.
Weird line. Really weird line to say to someone that you know has a dead brother and trauma from it.
I like the read on him was weird. The whole I was like, all right, what is up with you, bro? Like,
and like that was like his just like diehard beef with symbiotes. Like it came too soon.
I mean, he had beef with everything. He had beef with the Christmas pin.
He was like, it's July. Bitch, why can't she like Christmas?
Dead mama pin. Leave it alone.
Right.
There's no limit on that.
Yeah, they don't like Christmas. All right. What does that bother you? He was mad about that pin.
He was pissed. he was like, Christmas, you out of here.
Things he was hung up on was crazy.
She got fired because of that pin, bro. Because she didn't even do nothing wild at work.
Because he was like, you at Christmas, you're out of here. I was like, why she got to be at Christmas?
I don't know her name.
Why can't she? I don't know her name either. Truth be told, she is Christmas with her Christmas symbiote.
She was cool, too.
She was cool. I liked her a lot. Cool. Very pretty lady.
They never said her name.
But I knew she let Venom free. I was like, because Venom a ladies man, bro. Anytime he need a woman to get him back to Eddie, one appears, bro. In all 3 movies, it's a plot point. In every one of the movies, Venom gets a ride back
So
to
what you're
Eddie.
saying is if trauma scientist's best friend wasn't also a lady scientist, Venom wouldn't have got out. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, he would have got on the trauma scientist. You saw he had put the tendril up on the glass and started petting it. You looking all pitiful and shit. Immediately got her to open it up.
No, I didn't, and the reason why is because I was actively thinking about that shirt thing at that moment. Because that was when I was like, you know what, God damn it, no.
In the electricity chamber, then a little tendril was over there
I
like,
know what scene you talking about.
patting the glass, and she looked over. It was like, stop.
Because I saw her.
And I'm like, come on, baby. Let me. It's like, stop.
I saw her doing something, but I was like, man, no, he definitely should have had another shirt.
Should definitely have another shirt. Or like, show like the Sidge one hung up like on like memorial style. Or
Another great scene was when the fucking random danger fan.
The random danger fan was crazy. Well, if y'all go watch the movie, there's acid going everywhere, right? And then just out of nowhere,
there's plenty of danger.
And then just the world's giantest gust. Whoosh, just splits the two.
We have no idea what it is because we don't get an origin shot for this danger. It just comes out of nowhere.
And
it's not like there's nothing around to explain what the fuck it used to be. But it's
what it was? It was a brother's soul. It's a brother's soul. Pushing some acid away. That's what it was.
Shut up.
We saw an angel. See if y'all noticed what we saw. Because we both looked up like, you just see that shit? Fuck was that? I'm like, is it like an invisible symbiote we don't know about?
Right, it was like danger jump scare.
Like there wasn't enough shit going on. And like, don't look away because you might miss it because it happens fast, but it's enough frames where I was like, that was on purpose.
I mean, yeah, bro. Somebody wanted to show their like rotating danger animation skills,
rotating wind circle.
It was a thing. It was like something being buzzsawed around from like an explosion of some kind.
I thought it was just a big circular cloud. That's what I saw.
It feels like an editing error to me. Like it feels like one because remember the big ass explosion at the end, the acid explosion when the dude was doing this.
Yeah.
So it looks like something being flung from that, but I don't think that part had happened yet. So it was just like, what the fuck was that?
It was just an editing mistake.
It feels like one because if we saw something blow up beforehand, we would have been able to be like, okay, that's where the random danger came from.
Yeah.
But we don't have an origin or an explanation for what the fuck happened because it's not important enough to go back for.
Yeah.
But it was so sudden and large that it was like an explanation beforehand.
Also,
would have been nice.
Maybe I missed the part where Venom is made of explosives, but why was when acid poured on him, the pieces start shooting off like, because it was before bro blew up the thing, but there was that was when the editing thing happened. It was before bro blew up the thing, and it's just pew pew pew.
The science on that could be good, but fuck that, we're throwing it out the window. I got another brand of science that'll also get you there. So video game science dictates that green liquid that is either poison or acid, but definitely harmful, is always highly explosive.
Okay, so we're going video game rules. Okay, checks out.
Look, if you want to know what I'm talking about, just look up Divinity Original Sin Poison Lake. Trust and believe. It's a thing. Great time. Crash the game. So, rating out of 35.
For the whole movie?
Yep, whole movie.
26.8.
Almost predicted your score. I had 27 in my head.
I wanted to say 27, but 26.8 came out.
All right.
What did you say?
Like a 28.
28? Okay. About the same impression of that.
Like
Yeah.
I got my yucks in.
And like I said, the one thing about the Venom movies that I always forget to expect is that they're funny. And I forget that I'm going to laugh and like that it's not going to be, full of this comic book stuff. And I think it's always just a welcome bit of just, it's a welcome surprise. I don't ever see it
the parts I don't like could definitely be worse. And the parts I like are fine. It's like I said, the one complaint I have about it is that much like Monster Hunter, there's a bunch of cool shit going on in the back half that they should have spent more time on, but they wasted time in the front half. But unlike Monster Hunter, the shit they wasted on in the front half is actually pretty good, so it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And one last, how much time we got?
Whatever.
But what one last thing that bothered me is that y'all are they couldn't get squads out to Eddie when he's out here in cities, in hotels, and all this stuff.
They weren't the six, bro.
But when they out in the middle of the fucking mountains by a river,
they weren't the six.
They got a full squad to pinpoint his location
in
to the point where they dropped on top.
In interest of fairness, it wasn't just a river. He was in a national park.
Okay, still
I'm just saying. It's an important river. They got cameras over there.
They have people with CCTV talking about, all right, get the guys there. We lost them. Bro,
they've been tracking them since Mexico, apparently. Because that shadowy organization is above the regular military, and you'll find out about that on your own. Go see the movie. Bye.
Bye. Pay your loans.